Good morning, teacher. My name is Alondra Sanchez, and I am going to talk about the environmental problems caused by human beings. What is environmental pollution? Pollution is the presence in the environment of substances that are harmful to humans and living beings. It is mainly caused by human activity such as emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere or the excessive exploitation of natural resources. Pollution is specifically air pollution, land pollution, and water pollution. One problem is global warming. The increase since the 19th century of greenhouse gas emissions in the atmosphere due to human activities is causing the Earth to undergo climate change. This environmental problem causes various overwhelming impacts on nature and human beings. Global warming is the cause of climate change. The ingredients in the planet's temperature caused by emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. As a result, human activity is causing variations in the climate that would not occur naturally. Causes of global warming. Greenhouse gases, caused mainly by the burning of fossil fuels for electricity generation, transportation, heating, industry and building. Exponential population growth. The number of inhabitants of the planet is growing exponentially. Today there are more than 7,700,000,000 people, and we will continue to grow until 2050, at least 2 billion more. A growing population requires more and more resources, which accelerates the increase in the emission of the greenhouse gases in all production processes. Second, soil degradation. Life on Earth depends on soil. With few exceptions, all plants need this resource to survive. Soil stores the water available to vegetation and airborne the organisms that inhabit it. Its loss is irreversible. Despite these considerations, soil is used inappropriately, destroying or degrading it. Soil degradation basically refers to process triggered by human activities that reduce its current and or future capacity to sustain natural or manage ecosystems, to maintain or improve air and water quality, and to preserve human health. It is estimated that around 2 billion hectares in the world suffer some type of deterioration as a consequence of human activities. Consequences. Soil erosion has direct negative effects on plant ground and crop production, and indirect off-site Effects increased risks, offloading, citations, landslides, etc. Third, deforestation. Deforestation is a process caused by human action in which the forest area is destroyed or depleted, generally with the aim of using the land for other activities. Currently, it is directly related to industrial activities such as slash and burn for the expansion of the agricultural frontier to make way for intensive agriculture and cattle ranching, the expansion of urban areas and mining activities also drive deforestation. Deforestation destroys soil quality, contributing to soil erosion and desertification, increasing the release of mineral dust and thus contributing to sandstorms. More than 70% of animals and plants live in forest areas, so deforestation has a dramatic impact on habitat for loss for millions of species, extinctions, declining insect population, loss of global biomass, and biodiversity. Trees also contribute to the hydrological cycle by returning water vapor to the atmosphere. The removal of trees also causes extreme temperature fluctuations. 4. Water scarcity. Water scarcity is one of the major challenges of the 21st century that many societies around the world are already facing. Over the last century, water use and consumption grew at twice the rate of population growth, and although there is no global water scarcity, the number of regions with chronic water shortage is increasing. Water scarcity is not only a natural phenomenon but also caused by human action. There is enough drinking water on the planet to supply the 7 billion people who inhabit it, but it is unevenly distributed, wasted, polluted, and unsustainable managed. Some experts even say that water will be the most valuable element of the 21st century and the main cause of wars and conflicts. Consequences: water scarcity can affect agriculture, livestock, and industry, and thus lead to food shortage and hunger. Plants need a large amount of water to develop, and when water becomes scarce they dry up and disappear. And how fifth, the extinction of species. Species extinction is the process by which all members of a species or group of living beings disappear. In general, it is a natural process of evolution by which new species appear and others disappear. The causes for the disappearance of species are diverse, but in general, the most common is the disappearance of the habitat where they live. There have also been many species extinct due to humans. In fact, nowadays, humans are mainly responsible for this change through various activities. For example, the destruction of natural habitats, illegal hunting, etc. Consequences. The most tangible consequence is the loss of biodiversity in a habitat, the lack of members of that species. The disappearance of one of them causes change that end up affecting the rest and in turn making them more vulnerable to invasive species. The biggest problem of the consequences of the disappearance of a species is the fact that we are not sure how this will affect the system where it lives, and there will be an ecological imbalance in the ecosystems that nature will have to readjust, which takes a long time. Urine lists the need for biodiversity conservation. Conclusion: environmental pollution is increasingly deteriorating our planet, ourselves according to research. Breathing polluted air affects our cardiovascular health, so strict clean air standards would contribute to better health. We urge